Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, down $300 on the day. Not much movements going on. We were even up around $200 at one point, and as low as down $1,000 on the day. We still have about 20 minutes left till the stock market is officially closed for the day. So we'll recap that at the end of the video. Make sure you stay throughout this entire video though, because the beginning part is going to be a stock market update, but later on in the video, we're going to be going over NIO and XPEV and do a little bit of a deep dive into NIO electric EV stock, ticker symbol NIO, and see if it's a buy now, wait, because the price is getting a little bit attractive right now. So take a second out of your day, smash a thumbs up on this video, comment below, and make sure you're subscribed with post notifications on. So let's get right into the video. Now, stocks aren't doing too much today, so we're not going to go into too many different stocks. But first up, we have Tesla up 6% on the day. It was up almost 8% at one point. And you can see it's above that $1,000 psychological barrier again, which is good for Tesla because it keeps bouncing off that. For a while, it was bouncing off the $1,000 and it didn't go below $1,000. Now we see it back up above $1,000, which is a great sign for Tesla. You know, it could easily fly back up to $1,100 or $1,200 per share. But again, I'm waiting for Tesla to keep dipping lower and lower. Now, we also see another article coming from Morgan Stanley that Apple iPhone sales are actually stronger than expected. Apple's December quarter iPhone sales are more robust than what Wall Street has anticipated, which is a very important thing. With China posting iPhone shipment growth over 46% year over year for the quarter through November. Wow, that's huge. All right. Now, iPhone revenue for December quarter of 72 billion, well ahead of Wall Street consensus forecast, 67 billion. Overall, Wall Street consensus calls for 118 billion in sales for the holiday quarter, with earnings of $1.89 a share. So Apple, of course, is still killing it, and then they should be a great company to be investing in over the next few years too. So let's talk about NIO, what everyone wants me to talk about in this video. So it's down 26% in the past month, and from its all-time high, we have it down around 50%, okay, or maybe even a little bit more. All right, so that's very concerning to think about. You can see it. Another concerning thing is it also is making lower lows. It hasn't reached below $30 per share in the last 52 weeks. So that's very concerning. And the last time it was below $30 per share was before it had the parabolic rally that it had. We have 9 different analysts that are rating NIO stock, and they've came to the consensus that NIO stock actually has 100% upside over the next 12 months. So look at that. They project around $60 per share in the next 12 months, which would be 100% upside. And that's pretty attractive for a stock to be showing signs of 100% upside. And right now, a summary on NIO. As you can see, NIO shares continue to fall, making the stock incredibly undervalued. The NIO Day event gave us plenty to be excited about with the launch of ET5 and continued European expansion. At this price, I think NIO shares could triple in the next 2 years. Thesis summary. So here you can see NIO has fallen to under $30 per share this month, creating an outstanding buying opportunity. The stock has been dragged down with the overall market despite posting good November deliveries and showing encouraging progress on the NIO Power Day. All right, so remember, they even have more deliveries than Lucid and Rivian combined. NIO does. All right, on top of that, the People's Bank of China may be ready to deliver a boost to its economy with the more dovish monetary policy. And remember also, this is a Chinese stock, so that's why it's really under fire and becoming extremely undervalued, because there's a lot of FUD and fear, uncertainty, doubt in the China listed US-based stocks that are on the New York Stock Exchange. While there is some evidence that Western economics are weakening, NIO looks like a very enticing buy at this point. Recent price action, NIO has fallen over 25% in the last month. Most stocks, especially growth stocks, have been hit hard these days, perhaps due to fears of, obviously Federal Reserves, bonds, and a bunch of other stuff that we talk on the channel. Interest rates, Jerome Powell. and Joe Biden, the Build It Back Better plan, so on and so forth. As we can see in the chart, NIO has fallen well below its 50 and 200-day moving average, and a relative strength index is showing very oversold conditions, which is the RSI. With the $30 support broken, this has now become overhead resistance, and the next level of support could be as far down as $23 per share. So if it gets under $25 per share, I'll definitely be loading up on NIO. With that being said, the fundamental picture for NIO hasn't changed, and if anything, it has improved. With Bank of America recently issuing a buy rating, NIO hosted its NIO Day last week, and we certainly have plenty to look forward to in 2022. All right, with NIO Day, despite the recent headlines, NIO has a clear growth path for 2022, which is a nice thing to hear, which it is so far executing well. At the NIO Day, the company unveiled the ET5, a smart mid-size sedan with a 1,000 km range priced at closely $41,000 for the battery swap. All right, the ET5 also represents a big step forward for the company's autonomous driving capabilities. The company announced that it would slowly introduce the feature autonomous driving capabilities, which can be added for a monthly subscription fee of $107 a month. So remember, they're doing the battery swaps, and they also have a monthly subscription for the autonomous driving, which is a totally different business model than Tesla's taking. On another note, the ET5 also represents a big step forward, moving closer to the car as an entertainment center. All right, so the interior of the ET5 will come with a pano cinema and panoramic digital cockpit featuring AR and VR tech. NIO partnered with AR device company called NReal to jointly develop AR glasses exclusive to NIO, which can project a 201-inch screen at 6 meters for drivers. That's insane. You'll also notice an all-new 256 color curtain of ambient lighting and Dolby Autumn, which is some crazy kind of sound system. So lastly, the company also revealed it would be expanding into more European countries, which is a very important thing and one of the most important things they need to talk about and need to execute. With the Norway expansion already underway, NIO has its sights next on Denmark, Sweden, and Germany. Lastly, let's not forget the NIO Park, where NIO will begin to produce its cars as soon as the third quarter of 2022. This EV facility is set to have production value of 500 billion won per year. Wow. When it's all said and done, there are few EV companies out there with such a clear growth plan. NIO has a strong presence in China and is rolling out quickly in Europe. Its cars are, from a technical perspective, some of the best electric vehicles available. The CEO, William Li, has a clear understanding of what the consumers want. The CEO, William Li, by the way, is actually a super interesting guy. I watched a few different interviews with him, and I really, really like the CEO. So I really do like NIO. And remember, if you are going to be investing in NIO, you really want to be investing for long-term growth. You want to be holding them for at least 2 years minimum because they have a growth plan, but it's going to take some time. Final thoughts: in a previous article, I outlined how NIO stock could reach $84 per share based on simple PS price to sales ratio analysis. At today's price, that represents over 200% return. Given that the fundamental picture hasn't changed, I still believe the price target is realistic. NIO's current price is attractive, and investors should consider adding this stock. A position in NIO is a great way to complement a well-rounded, diverse portfolio. These are risks associated with CCP regulations and the overall economic outlook, but the potential return at this point is too high to ignore. So that's a very important point to recognize, is the risk versus reward. Obviously, a lot of different Chinese stocks are under fire right now, and a lot of FUD is around them. But if you take the risk, the reward, it can be extreme over the next 1 to 2 years as some of these China stocks start to bounce back, and that could definitely become a hot sector in the next few years. And if we take a look at NIO's income statement, we can see that they are a not profitable company at the moment, but the revenues are increasing dramatically. 56% increase in 2019 and 121% in 2020. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep up that pace. If we look at some more recent ones, we can see their revenue for one quarter closer to 1.5 billion. So they are still consistently beating revenues and putting new revenues higher and higher and higher. If we look at their balance sheet, they have a pretty good balance sheet also, 41% assets to liabilities. And if we look at their balance sheet a little bit deeper, you can see they're up 17% year over year on their cash equivalents, up short-term investment 741. So that's pretty interesting. The account receivables up 130%, which is a really good thing. You can see a lot of their investments, their long-term receivables are up, their long-term investments are up, their non-total current assets are up. Their total assets are now up to actually 10 billion. So here we see 8.3 billion. The new number is actually 10 billion. And let's look at the other current liabilities as up, which is a bad thing. But let's look at total liabilities. Give me 1 second. Should be right here. Yeah, so total liabilities 6.4. So their total liabilities have actually doubled since this number that we see on the screen right here. So it's probably closer to, instead of 41%, right now it's probably closer to around 60%, which is not the best thing in the world. So overall, if you're looking for some extreme growth, NIO is a great stock for you. Obviously, there is some risks involved with it, and there is a chance that it can go below $25 per share, closer to $21 per share, where we saw some of these supports at in the past. And like we were talking about in the article, right around $27 per share. Personally, I'm going to be buying under $30 per share for long-term investing only, and you should probably only be considering this one if you are a long-term investor. Keep in mind there's 37 million in volume right now, so it's a very high traded stock, very popular stock, and this one can definitely explode. 100% gains minimum is what I'm thinking in the next 12 months. So if you guys love my analyses of different stocks, make sure you message me on the Daily Stock Market on Instagram. I have a close friends list, and I also have one-on-one coaching if you want to talk with me daily and exchange ideas about stocks. If you have no one else to talk to, your family doesn't do stocks, your friends don't do stocks, I'm here for you. We'll talk back and forth. That's what the daily coaching program is for, and the daily check-ins. Now, if you don't want to see that, if you don't need all that and you just need to see what stocks I'm buying, I also have a close friends list where you can get access to how much I'm buying, when I'm buying, what stocks, when I'm selling, so on and so forth, and a bunch of other privy information to help you guys make money. So I try to bring as much value back to you guys as possible every single day, because my close friends list is my #1 priority. So if you think my YouTube videos are good and valuable and value packed, my close friends list is even better and more to the point, less fluff, just straight information, straight gems every single day. So if you haven't been a part of it yet, we are raising the prices in 2022. So now is a great time to get in before the new year and to make 2022 your year in the stock market. Don't wait another year. Imagine if you started this time last year, where you would be now. So start today. Message me on Instagram. Share this video with a friend if you think that they'll find it helpful, which you know they will. Smash the thumbs up on this video. Comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.